These are the top things out of my control. One, men being able to walk outside shirtless, just look at their backs. Even at the gym, their sweat. Number two, switching lanes, thinking that that lane is going to be the fastest, but it's not. And you see that one car that was in front of you, pass you. My third thing, not taking the better item. And the fourth thing is that people think differently or maybe say things differently. Please understand, it's the phone, it's not you. S's sounds like F's. B sounds like D. My big news. Drum roll, please. Welcome back to another episode of I'm Just Sharing with Shaunda. I am Shaunda. Hey guys, hey. I hope everybody's had a great Thanksgiving, but it's another Thursday and we move on to the next holiday in this cold winter. Don't like it. Everybody knows that the cold is just not my friend. We're not cool. Yeah, so just have to let that go. Either or, I got some big news. I hope that everybody stays towards the end to hear what that big news is. Boom. I'm going to hop right into this. Okay. So things that are out of your control. Okay. I have 4 things that I wanted to talk about. These are my personal ones, but I am very curious what your 4 things that you just can't control. Or however many things that you just feel like you can't control. Just let me know in the comments or email, whatever. I'll get into that. 1, men being able to walk outside shirtless. I understand you can't do it right now. It's cold. But after this, and it get hot, I just be looking at their pets. Some that be running, sweating outside, you know, especially at the track. I'm like, you just look like I'm running with them. Just look at their backs. Even at the gym, their sweat. I'm getting out of it, but outside, it is just, it must be a great feeling that you don't have to have clothes on. Because I definitely understand with people who be like, you know, they like the winter because you can put on more layers. For me, those layers don't work. I put on layers and I am still freezing my ass off. So when it gets hot, I love just showing skin. I love being in the sun rays, everything. It just, you know, it's just, And as much as I want to just let everything free, I just can't. So goal is to go on a new beach. That is a goal. I'm going. I just want to be like, geez. I just want to be like, and my breast, you know? I'm gonna move on. That was a lot. Number 2, my second thing is switching lanes, thinking that that lane is going to be the fastest, but it's not. I'll be in my car, you know, jamming the music. You know, you always have that lane that just is going. And I'll be like, it's a perfect time to go. And there are perfect times to go when taking that lane, because there's some where you catch it and you're just off. You're off to the races. You're gone. You don't have to wait. But then there's some where you do catch it and the lane ends up fast, but then comes the slowest. And then you just see that lane that you were in. And you see that one car that was in front of you pass you. I get so upset. I'm like, shit. Fuck, should have never moved from out this lane. And something always tells me, don't move from this lane because it's going to pick up. Be a 50-50 shot sometimes. But like, I just know, I'm like, it's the perfect thing. And I just get stuck. And then it's always like a race in my head that I'm trying to get back up to them. trying to get in front of them, because sometimes that lane that you choose end up the slowest, but it do pick up and you be right next to it. I always tell myself, if I'm able to beat this person, just a little bit by a couple cars up, I'm cool. If they win, they could win. I'm sorry. They could win if they get to their exit technically first, even though it just got complicated. Well, this is just the way how my brain be thinking that I'm like, I'm still a winner out of this, even though I chose the wrong lane. So it's just so weird to me. They're like, what, Shaunda? But I'm like, yo, think about it. Like, really think about that shit. Think about it. My third thing, okay. Oh. The other third thing that I feel like is not, I have to think about this. It's in my control, but to me, it's out of my control, is not taking the better item. So between these two items, quote unquote, food items, pizza, and currently I'm having like toast. I'll explain the toast thing. But to me, pizza, when you get that big slice of pizza, it's cut right? That you see that big slice and you go for it. I went for one. And I'm grabbing it and it just seems like to go for the big slice, it makes sense. That's the better one. I just want, I'm gonna finish that. That's gonna be great. I want that one for my first slice. I want the big one. And the reason why I don't go for it though, is because I know it's not the one that's gonna be fully, officially cut. Like it's supposed to just come off. But for some reason, I'm dragging the pizza. I'm dragging the whole pizza off this box trying to get this big one. So it's like, I'd rather just take the one that I know is going to be the easiest to pull. It doesn't get that great amount of toppings or cheese, but you got a pizza, It's that crazy. I just feel like that's just out of my control. It's a huge thing. The toast thing. Currently, like when I'm going to work, my coworker, she asked me like if I just want like some toast. I'm like, yeah, sure. When the toast come back, there's like, she has ADD, so it's just a lot. Everything is like quick to her. She forgets. Sometimes that she forgets that the toast is in there, right? So the way how the toaster oven like toast, there's I want to say a good side or a bad side, just depending on the timing. But the good side, you can see that it's a good toast, it's toasted right. But then on the other side, you see the burnt one. So it's not too burnt though. Let me just get that. It's not too burnt. It's crispy, but it's not a burnt crispy, okay? And the butter just melts just right. Some people like that kind of toast. I don't like that kind of toast. I know it's accidental because she forgets. So when it comes to taking the better one, in my head, I feel like I should just take it because, that's the good one. I want that one, right? But the other thing that's in my mind is that I'm thinking about her and the fact that she offered me to make, to get toast for me. Didn't even want it. She put it in my brain. Now I want it. So yes, and you're getting this toast and you're making it and you're taking the time to get up and go get it and bring it back and put the butter on there. Like, not gonna say deserve, but that's like the word that's just popping up in my head about like how I feel about this toast. Like, I deserve to get this one because you just did a lot for this toast and to make it all. You deserve to have that better one. But then there's sometimes I'm like, I should have just took it. And there were times I did take the better item. I did. But I just thought about them. No, I did. Should have got it. Like, shoot. That's my third thing, y'all. It's so crazy. I think of like, what? But these are the top things out of my control. Some in my control, but you understand why it's out of my control, okay? The other thing is that people think differently. And I have to say the fun part about this. The fun part about this is the fact that the think differently thing, or maybe saying things differently. I'll get into it here. Here it is. At my job, I have to schedule people. I have to get on the phone with them. And I have to explain to them that the phone is going to make you sound crazy. I know you're speaking clearly. I'm just saying that the phone is not picking that up for me. So yes, your S's sounds like F's. Your F's sounds like S. Your B sounds like D, your D sounds like B, okay? All right? And they get upset because I have to get clarification, and I'm repeating the same thing, but I'm repeating it so they can get it. But my second thing is that I'm repeating it as, it's crazy thinking about the way how the old generation is. A as in Alpha, B as in Bravo, C as in Charlie, all that, the military type talk. That's how it was. Then it transitioned to I want to say our generation saying A as in apple, B as in boy, G as in girl. See this? E as in elephant. Hearing this new generation and hearing how they need to associate this letter, it just doesn't click for them. It doesn't click for them. And it clicks for them. It clicks. But the way how it is just what? But it makes sense. So I had this guy on the phone and he was saying, M's, but they sounded like N's, And I'm like, okay, are you saying, I said, can you break that down for me? M as in Mary. He said, okay, yeah. He really wanted to get into it. And he said, M as in Mary, A as in Albert. I'm like, Apple. In my head, I'm like, Apple. Then he goes on, he said, M as in Mary again. And then towards the end of the name, it was another M. So he said, I don't know, Megan. I'm like, okay, Mary. But okay, you got it. We got there. It's just so funny to me that it's just so hard with that, foundation, but getting to let people know, I'm not trying to make fun of you and I'm not trying to make this a hard conversation or a hard talk because I know I just need information, but I need to make sure that I have everything correct. So I have to break it down to you when I can't properly hear you because of this phone. Please understand, it's the phone, it's not you. I know what you're saying. I know what you mean. Just for my clarification, I need to check. And the fourth thing is the most newest thing, the most newest thing. The other three has been on my mind and it has been my top things that are out of my control. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. Just know it's just because I'm following. I feel pretty good about this. Moving on. My big news. Drum roll, please. Just kidding. No. I got an email. I got an email, y'all. I was like this. I had to think about this is going to be the most smallest thing, quote unquote, to other people whoa, an email. But it's huge because I've been asking for an email and somebody's going to respond and I'm going to have some type of interaction. And it's been 3 weeks. It feels so long, probably 3-4 weeks that I haven't heard anything. And when I got the email, I was like, oh my gosh, somebody cares. Not care, but somebody wants, I'm just glad that I have somebody, somebody who actually read the note, wanted to interact with it, and they did. I got an email, and I'm going to share that email with you right now. Hello, Shaunda. I keep putting this off. My name is, I live in with my daughter and 2 grandkids. These are my responses to your questions. 1, no, I believe in balance in life. Creator, family, business. I love what I do for others, but it is not who I am. 2, I have been divorced for 6 years now. I do not have a partner. I have a companion now and then. I have been on a path of self-awareness and loving me. I guess for me, it will be having my adult children age 33 and 32 understand that I only want to help them make different choices based upon my experiences, and I am not telling them what to do. However, I know now that they have their own paths to lead. And when I got it, it was just huge. It was a big thing. I was like, oh my gosh, I was on the phone with Shaunda and I'm like, oh my goodness. I got a response. This is big. So my response, I said, thank you so much for replying back. I really do appreciate it. It was something that I needed to hear this week. Thank you. I will be checking on your book on Amazon. If you ever wanted to share more with me, you definitely can email me back here. I'm working on getting the newsletter started. Other big news. Let me know if I'm pushing it, but if you ever want to be a guest on my podcast, I would love to have you. Much appreciated, Shaunda. And she said, sure, let me know. So I'm like over the moon. I'm over the moon. I want to say it was just a very hard week, and I was praying and I said, please just show me that this is just something that is right. Show me that I'm not wasting my time. Show me. And when it came up, I'm like, right. Right? Like, it's just really, really crazy. So it's just really crazy. But I really hope that people do it more and let everybody know. Share this with your people. I'm really, really happy. I really thank you. Share my podcast and share just share. I just want to know. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of I'm Just Sharing with Shaunda. Please remember to rate, like, comment, and subscribe on my Apple, Spotify, and my YouTube page. Comment, DM. I'm loving it from what I have. Comment, DM. Share your experiences with me. You can email me at imjustsharingpod@gmail.com. Rate, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Talk to you. Bye. Whoa.